The first thing that we're going to do is install WordPress on our domain. So what I've done here is I've logged into my domain account. It's for the domain that I purchased, juicecleansenow.com, and this is what cPanel looks like. Your web host should absolutely be using cPanel, and it should also have a little link down here somewhere in all these icons called Fantastico Deluxe. If you're using a web host that doesn't provide this, I suggest that you get a web host that provides this. Because it'll make your life a lot easier to have cPanel and to have Fantastico. So I'm clicking on the Fantastico link, and it's going to load up a page that's going to offer me a bunch of different scripts that I want to install. The one that I want to install is WordPress. So click the WordPress button, and then you'll be given some options. I want to create a new installation because I don't currently have WordPress installed on this domain. And I'm going to install it on the domain juicecleansenow.com. That's the domain that I'm working with, and install in directory. If this is a site that you are creating brand new, then leave this blank. If this is a site that you already own and that you're trying to install WordPress in a subdirectory, then you want to enter the name of the subdirectory that you want to install the WordPress installation on. So you might have yoursite.com, and then you want to install WordPress on the back end under a folder. So you would put the name of the folder that you want to use here. It's best if you can, if your keyword isn't super long, to use your keyword in this folder if you can. But for most of us, you'll be doing a brand new install on a brand new on a brand new domain, so we'll leave it blank. Now for admin access data, you're going to put in the administrator username and password that you want to use, and then you'll create a nickname for your administrator, and that nickname should use your keywords. Juice Cleanse. The admin email, I'll just put admin@juicecleansenow.com. The site name, you're going to change it to your main keyword, which is Juice Cleanse for me, and then a description. I'm going to use my keyword again. You want to do that. And I've just put Juice Cleanse information and resources. So use your keyword in your site name, use your keyword in your site description, and use your keyword in your admin nickname. And then click Install WordPress. You'll get a little confirmation screen, and you just want to click Finish Installation. And then here you're given your username and password that you already created and the URL to your admin area. So let's click on that and open it in a new tab, and then I'll show you you can use your username and password to log into your brand new WordPress installation. I've entered in my username and password. I'm going to click Remember Me, and then I'm going to click Login Now, and I'll be able to log in and see my WordPress backend. Here's what it looks like. This is the brand new WordPress installation. It's using WordPress version 2.7.1. Your installation might look a little bit different if WordPress has upgraded or changed since this video was made, but the basics are all the same, and you should be able to find your way through it as we go through future videos and show you exactly how to customize WordPress. So that's exactly how you install WordPress using Fantastico. It's really, really easy, and that is why you want a web host that uses Fantastico. Like I said, you can use HostGator. They do have Fantastico and cPanel, and they work just fine for everything that we'll be doing today. All right, so enjoy your new WordPress installation, and in the next video we'll talk about actually customizing it. So here we're looking at the basics of WordPress optimization. So I want you to click on Settings down here and then click on General. And you'll be brought up a page with some general options for WordPress. The first thing that you need to change is the WordPress address and the blog address. Both should be using the www. You can actually not use the www, but most people tend to. So put those in there. And then you might want to change your time and date settings. Like for me, I'm in a different time zone, so I'm going to change my time zone to my correct time zone, and then click Save Changes. When you do that, you'll be brought back to the login screen because now you're logging in at www.yoursite.com instead of just yoursite.com. So I'm going to log back in and get back over into my settings screen. So now head on over to Writing. I like to change the size of the post box to 20 lines. And down here in Update Services, leave that as it is. I know a lot of people are really excited about having giant ping lists but we're not going to do that initially. That's something that we're going to add later on in our site development. Now click on the Reading tab. You want the front page to display your latest posts at this time, and you're going to show the most 10 posts in your blog pages. That's fine. Syndication feeds, that's your RSS feeds. I like to change that to 100 because the more content that you have out there in your RSS feed, in all honesty, spammers will pick up on your RSS feed and they will republish it in places. Some of those spammers are smart enough to take your links out of your content so that it doesn't actually, they'll just steal your RSS feed, and the post title generally links back to your site. That's how the RSS feed is. Some spammers are smart enough to take those links out, but a lot of them aren't, or they just don't care. So I like to create a large RSS feed so that those search engine spammers and those RSS feed stealer people can go ahead. They can take my content and publish it all over the web, and it'll link back to me. So it's just going to provide me some extra link juice. So that is why I suggest that you create a syndication feed that shows more posts. For notification, in the default article settings, we're going to uncheck Allow Link Notifications from Other Blogs. The reason is because I don't publish trackbacks on my sites, in terms of my niche sites anyway. So what it does is if somebody links back to you from their blog, then it will show up in your WordPress comments on your site saying, hey, this person linked to you. You don't need that, so leave it out. In general, I also don't allow people to post comments on the article, and this can change depending on the objective of your site. Are you trying to create a community around your site that people talk about issues in your topic, or are you trying to create a site that just provides information for people and then they move on and they either, go purchase an affiliate product, or they get that information and click an AdSense ad, or whatever that might be. So you really have to think about your topic too. In something like a juice cleanse site, it actually might behoove me to allow comments because people could discuss the article that I've written about a certain kind of juice cleanse and provide their own feedback and experience with that juice cleanse. So I'm actually going to leave the allow comments on the article as a default on this site because it can create a community and it can create people talking about something. Whereas if I were publishing a site on reviewing a particular product and it was just going to be a pure on affiliate site that would just link to that product after a good review, I might not want comments on it. So that's going to be niche specific for you, and it really depends on the topic that you are going to be writing about. For comment settings, I like to uncheck email me whenever anyone posts a comment because I don't care. Do email me whenever a comment is held for moderation. That way if somebody does comment, I get an email letting me know that I need to approve it. And before a comment appears, an administrator must always approve the comment. I do that because I don't want spam comments appearing on my sites. Down here in comment moderation and comment blacklist, everything is fine. For avatars, I like to leave it as the default. That's all fine. And then click Save Change. Now we're going to head on over to Permalinks. Permalinks are the way that your URLs appear on your blog, and we need to change the permalink structure. Most likely, if you change this, you'll get an error saying that your htaccess file needs to be updated to give it permission. So let's go ahead and open our FTP client so that we can change that ahead of time. Okay, this is what FileZilla looks like. This is what I use for an FTP client, and you'll just put in your host name, which is ftp.yoursite, and then you'll put in the username and password that your domain host gave you when you set up an account with them. And then I'm going to click Quick Connect, and it's going to connect to my website for me. Okay, you're going to get a little hierarchy here, and we need to click on that and then go into the public HTML folder, and we're going to look for the file called htaccess. Okay, right click on it and select File Permissions, and this box will come up. You'll see it's at 644. We're going to change it to 777 just for a moment. Then head on back over to your WordPress permalinks screen. Click on Custom Structure and then put in /category. It's /% category %postname %/, and then click Save Changes. That's going to update your htaccess. You should get a success message that says permalink structure updated. If you didn't change your htaccess, then that might not work. Then we're going to head on back over here and change our file permissions back to 644 so that everything is secure. Now what this has done is actually changed the way that the URLs on the site work. So let's head on over to the site. Here's the default install and take a look at what our URLs look like. If you hover over the default post that WordPress puts in called Hello World, you'll now see that it goes /uncategorized /Hello World, and that's because we haven't created categories yet. But once you have categories created, then that will be the category name followed by the post name. So this is good for SEO because it enables you to put your keywords in your domain name, or excuse me, in your URL structure. And Google likes to see keywords in your URLs. It just gives you another opportunity to let them know exactly what your site's about. That's all that you need to do with the default WordPress installation to get it kind of moving in the right direction, but we're going to do a lot more in the following videos to optimize our WordPress to the absolute hilt so that it becomes a total search engine magnet. So I'll see you in the next videos.